You're listening to This and That.
Good morning. Good morning, Norman, Oklahoma. Welcome to This and That.
Today
I'm Keegan
is today. Oh, let me do the opening, man.
Well, if you were ready, I would let you do the opening.
All right. Today is Tuesday, September 16th, the 59th day of 2014.
Good morning, Norman, Oklahoma.
And
You're listening to This and That on The Wire, your student radio. I'm Keegan Mina. Along with me always is my co-host, partner in crime, the Goondog millionaire himself, Jeremy Deere. Jer.
What up? It's my Monday basically. I mean, like I'm everything's falling apart in my life.
Oh yeah,
no,
that's lovely.
Really, but it's my excuse for not being ready.
You're listening to This and That. We are on every Wednesday morning from 9 to 11 Central Standard Time. Why? Because we live in the heart of America. That's right, Oklahoma. You can listen to us here on The Wire by going online to wire.ou.edu. That again is wire.ou.edu. We have a live feed that's actually working, so if you're watching us now, you can actually see us. I'm waving my hands. I wave my hands back and forth. You can also download the TuneIn Radio app on your Google or your iOS device. When you download it, you should type in your student radio, and we should be the first station you find. So there's like 20,000 Wire radio stations, but if you type in your student radio, you'll find us. You can call us at 405-325-WIRE. That again is 405-325-WIRE. You can get us on Facebook, which we really would like you guys to like our Facebook page. Facebook.com/thisandthatwire.
And it looks like you guys have been liking it because what week is this? The third week?
This is the third week. We just peaked over 100 last show. We're at 177, I believe.
We're on our way up.
So
we are blowing up.
Thanks to everybody who's sharing the page, everybody who's telling their friends. It really means a lot to us. Do you remember Jonathan Freeman? Long hair guy, worked at Cinevision, loved tennis.
You know, the thing is I know faces more than I know.
Well, he had a show, and we already passed him, and he's graduated for a while, so.
Wow. How many likes did he have?
117, I believe. I actually liked it, so I think it's 118 now. We're also on Twitter. We only have 8 followers at the moment, though. That's at This and That Wire.
I'm not a big Twitter user. I mean, like, I haven't.
But there are people who do Twitter. There's more people. There's some
I
people.
don't even think I'm following us.
I don't even think you are.
I'm that cool. I'm going to do it right now.
You can also email us at thisandthatwire@gmail.com. But this is our favorite thing to say. If you are a musician or you're in a band in the Oklahoma City Metro and you are interested in being on our show, let us know. You can hit us up. We are always looking for talented musicians to provide us insight on the local music scene. And plus, Jeremy and I were big advocates of local music, so please let us know, tell your friends, and keep on rocking. Today, we're going to have a really special guest, a good guy that we know, Travis Brazeal from the Trash Pops.
Brazeal.
He's a cool guy we met at work and at the Red Hawks. He was an all-star.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just the chill dude. He was like, yeah, man, I'm just here, man, just chilling. He's hiding in the corner right now, so.
We'll introduce. We'll get to him here after a little bit.
So, Jeremy, anything interesting happened this weekend?
This weekend, man, actually, I bought a new lawnmower. It was one of those riding ones, the zero turn.
Oh, for your
I was about to say for my acreage.
I was about to say you don't have a yard.
I know that's my city house.
You live 50 feet from me. I don't even have a yard. So you got one of those sitting down lawnmowers.
Yeah.
How long does it take to mow?
I don't know. Oh, it's going to be delivered. I just bought it.
Oh, you just bought it.
It hadn't been delivered yet. But
Cool.
I'm interesting. Being my age, things like that excite me. It's like a new toy.
It's like midlife crisis stuff almost.
No, dude, that's the sports car. I wish I could hurry up and hit my midlife crisis so I could go get that Lamborghini and Corvette or something. And
I'm in debt, but I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
I want a boat. I'm
on the verge of a divorce, and I'm broke, and I'm getting me a Lamborghini.
I'm gonna get tattoos and.
I'm wearing my underwear out in public, mowing my yard. How was your weekend, man?
Pretty good.
Any more concerts? Did you go to any shows?
I did go to a show. I went to a show on Sundays. I went to Dope Chapel here in Norman. They had the Hit Boys, I'm a big fan of the Hit Boys. They had the Hit Boys, Cosmo Stanza, and Alex G was in town. Apparently, Alex G is a big group in the underground scene. I didn't care much for him personally, but I was more into the math rock scene. So seeing the Hit Boys, I always love seeing the Hit Boys. Will and Adam and Brendan and Nate.
What kind of music do they play?
They're a math rock band.
Math rock. What? For the listeners that don't know about this new underground fad trend,
that's not really it. Well, they'll find out next week. We're going to have our first math rock band in the studio.
Can you describe it for us? I'm still intrigued.
Picture
by it. Every time
Eddie Van Halen. Picture Eddie Van Halen. You know how he does that tapping thing with both hands, like Picture that on a different scale.
Unlike
and that's fiddle? They use that as the riffs.
The violin.
There's no violin.
Is there some adding and subtracting?
There is some multiplication. I think they do a little bit of long division as well.
Oh man, I'm scared.
But next week we're gonna have Headbutt in the studio. They are two cool guys, Grant and Micah. They are a two-piece math rock band from the city. I've seen them live a few times. They give me their music, and I'm just in love with it. The guy plays an 8-string guitar, which I didn't know really anybody who did that. He just taps away on an 8-string guitar, and he's like, I don't know. But yeah, other than that, I worked the OU football game. We beat Tennessee. That was a lot of fun. Lot less stress this time around. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. So that was pretty much my weekend. I heard you were working the UCO game, Jer.
Yeah, I moonlight up there. For those of you guys that don't know, it's a fun job. It was interesting. It was our first home game, so there was a lot of stuff to do to prepare, and unfortunately, I was kind of caught unprepared. But that was because it's my fault.
Well, first game of the season for everything.
Exactly. Now we got the bugs out of the system, and so everything is. Hey, there's a girl. Look. Ooh,
I know that person.
People.
Hello. Thanks for interrupting our show.
I
Hunter.
know.
I'm gonna tell your roommates.
Anyways, like I said, there's always some bugs in the system. And unfortunately, this time it kind of come back and bit me as well as a couple other people. It wasn't just me. It was kind of a group thing. But communication is the key, man. Communication
is the key. Communication is vital, and that is why Nick Von Bush is going to call us. We're going to call up Nick today, aren't we?
Yeah, we actually got a new little segment we'll try out with our dear friend Nick. He is a avid techie. Actually, he's what was his major? It's a computer engineer.
He's a math guy. He loves math and science and
he's
physics.
Good at it, man.
He's good at it, but he is the biggest hater on all things Apple. He hates everything Apple. He's that guy. He's that guy who still has a Zune when everybody else had an iPod.
Well, I can't dog anybody out.
It's got a bigger battery life and it's got a radio. It's still a Zune. No one cares. Obama has one.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, so thanks, Obama. Yeah, Nick's everything's PC, nothing's Apple. So we're gonna get his input in a little bit. So I'm just curious as what he has to say.
Yeah, actually, I ran into him outside of his work, and we had a brief little conversation about doing this piece, and he said he would like to comment on the iPhone 6, which I'm curious as to what all he has to say. I mean, I guarantee it's not going to be all bad.
He's going to be like, yeah, you should just get a Galaxy S5 or anything else other than Apple. Luckily, I know he's not listening because he doesn't listen to the radio.
Well, he said he should be listening around 10. So
around 10.
So get all your hating out right now.
Let's talk about how much I know. I love Nick. Nick's a great guy.
I did too. He's a really great guy.
When I first moved,
cool.
He was my first friend when I moved back to Oklahoma because he and I both lived in Alaska. Our parents worked together, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, let's go straight into some weather. And our forecast for today is going to be high of 92. Looks like it's going to be partly cloudy out with a low of 70 degrees. There is a chance of rain, zero chance of rain with winds out of the southwest at 11 miles per hour. Thursday, it looks like a high of 90, low of 68. And Friday, a high of 80 and a low of 70. And by Saturday, it looks like that tropical storm, or I guess the hurricane, out there in the Baja Gulf is going to make its way in. So we're looking at thunderstorms Saturday and Sunday with highs in the low 80s, upper 70s, and lows in the 60s. So it looks like we're going to get some sort of precip. How much? We'll just have to wait to find out. But it looks like the desert has been getting inundated with rain, which it's not used to. And
I don't know what these words mean. Inundated? What does that mean?
California's in You know that heat dome that was over us like a couple
Yeah,
years ago? I think it just shifted. I'm not a meteorologist. I don't know these things.
I don't know anything about weather. I firmly believe that the people here at the meteorology department control the weather. They just
push
know.
buttons.
They push buttons.
They
They're
have a
like,
map.
let's have some rain today. Ooh, a thunderstorm.
Let's toy with California. No rain for you.
Let's have a hurricane just for laughs. We do it for the lols. The lols. So there are excuse me, I have a little bit of a cough. There are no sports this week here at OU. Everybody's away. OU's going to be playing West Virginia in West Virginia. And volleyball's out of town, soccer's out of town, so it's going to be a pretty chill week. I'm planning on going to a mustache festival on Thursday.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's something in the city involving something called a mustache bash. They're gonna have like a mustache competition. I'm thinking about partaking. If you could see me right now on our live stream, I think I have a chance. But apparently there's a beard club in Oklahoma City. They're gonna be there. There's gonna be like there's a special beard groomer guy there. He's gonna doing stuff. So
you'll have a chance to get a good trim and look purdy again.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
I'm already pretty.
It's Oklahoma. It's purdy.
Love me, everybody.
It's Norman, America.
Norman, America.
You gotta put that U in there, America.
America. We live in the heart of America. Oklahoma, America.
Well, you're listening to this and that. When we come back, we'll get Travis here. Mr. Brazeal.
Brazeal.
You're listening to This and That on The Wire.
that is Local Natives, Wide Eyes. I love that band. I saw them live. It's a great band to see. So, yeah. You're listening to This and That on The Wire. We have our special guest, Travis Brazeal, in the house. Travis, how are you doing, Travis?
Great. Happy to be here. How's it going, guys?
It's great to see you. We haven't seen you since the Red Hawks season ended.
Yeah, what have you been up to since then?
Playing a lot of music. Been playing with, played a gig with Lee Mullen last week. Playing some acoustic shows at the Iguana Cafe. And getting ready for the Illinois Riverboat Jam this weekend.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't see your name on there, though.
Oh, no, I'm not one of the artists. I play bass for Travis Linville.
Oh, okay.
Playing on Saturday.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Are you doing it? Have you done, or are you doing anything with the state fair?
No.
It seems like most of the other two guests that we had.
They were big state
yeah,
fair
they're
people.
doing state fair stuff.
So a little bit about Travis. We met Travis this past Red Hawks baseball season. He was an all-star, which is kind of not like a cheerleader per se, but he gets up on the dugout and he does dances and stuff. So he was a really chill guy. We started talking. We talked about. We had some mutual friends that were in bands. So we said, "Hey, you want to come on our radio show?" And he's like, "Yeah, pretty chill." So yeah.
Yes.
He had a little problem.
Hype man.
He had a little problem finding the place though.
Yeah, it is kind of hidden.
I hope you don't get a ticket. That's what I'm worried about.
Hmm.
YOLO.
Yeah, YOLO, right? It'll be worth it. Probably cheaper than paying for parking.
Yeah, well, parking, dude, for a student, parking permit is up there, man. It's pretty outrageous.
Like $240 for a parking
240,
permit.
250, close to.
So I either ride my bike or we drive over to the basketball stadium, and that's free
the
parking.
LNC,
and they
you
take
can
a
shuttle
bus
in
for us to
free.
come here, which has been a little bit complicated, I think, for you to
just
find.
just wear a backpack and they think you're.
But here's the thing too: do the tickets go through the University of Oklahoma, or do they go through like
the University of Oklahoma?
So,
but
technically, if he doesn't come back, he wouldn't have to pay it.
Well, I think it'll go on your credit.
Ooh. So let's just knock on wood. Hopefully.
Well, if it is, I believe it's only like at $25. So I'll chip in a couple bucks.
Cool. I'm feeling lucky today, so.
Yeah. Well, the trolls are out there, man.
Yeah, man.
They'll get you.
So, yeah, we met. That's where we met Travis, and Travis been a cool guy ever since. Thanks for coming on the show, by the way. We appreciate you coming on.
Yes. Happy to be here.
So you're also in a band called the Trash Pops, or is it just Trash Pops?
Yep. It's called Trash Pops, and it's my friend Michael. Well, he's my stepbrother Michael, and Dylan, 3-piece surf punk trio. We played at Hillman's Garage a few weeks ago.
Where's that located at?
Yeah, where is that at?
It's in Tulsa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've heard of it up there.
Were you guys at the Sound Pony too? I think I saw a
we
poster of you guys with the
played
Sound Pony.
at the Sound Pony last Monday with Thelma and the Sleaze.
Thelma and the Sleaze.
And can I say the F word?
No, you
No.
can't.
Okay, and then
oh, I know what you're
another
talking
band,
about. Yeah,
like-
no, you can't. I saw that. There's a band with the F word in it.
Well, okay, without saying that, say the F word. What is the F word? What? Not that. Don't say the.
Oh, they're called Who in the F's.
Oh, okay. Who in the F's? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're
pretty
probably
cool.
not gonna get much radio time on anything.
Ah.
Who in the F's?
They're awesome. They're all awesome. Like Thelma and the Sleaze was crazy. They're like a 3-piece girl band, and they were all really hot, and they were enticing the crowd, and all their songs were about sex, and then they were all lesbians.
Dude, another band just like that, the Slits. Have you not heard of them?
Whoa, no,
Dude, check them out. Check them out. I found them because I was watching a show and they were playing a rendition of what is that? I Heard It Through the Grapevine.
Oh, cool.
And they totally rocked it. I mean, like it's pretty cool. You got to check them out, man. I mean, like that. You totally described them. I mean, it's like a little lesbian band.
I found out who's listening in on us. It's Burke.
What up, Burke?
Angel Burke. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking
man.
screenshots.
Hey, take your friends and make them listen too.
Yeah, go tell every friend you've ever had ever.
Oh yeah.
So we got news segments. This is the part where we ask Jeremy to tell us a little bit about the news, and then he asks for our input. So, Jer, what's our thing?
Let's after the break.
Oh, my bad.
So, what else have you done prior to what you're fixing? No, I mean like what prior to in the past.
Well,
Let's start with the past.
Oh,
where
the
you
past.
been? What have you done?
I
Music wise,
started
career wise.
Playing music when I was 11 in band, and I played the clarinet. I wanted to play saxophone, but they wanted to make sure you were going to be technically proficient before you moved on to that. Did that, and it was awesome. Did marching band, and then
Where'd you go to school at?
Sapulpa High School.
Sapulpa. So
Sapulpa.
you're like a Tulsa metro area resident.
One
That's
of those
cool.
918 guys.
So what the differences between Oklahoma City and Tulsa? What would you say they are? Because I got my opinion.
I have
personally,
my opinion,
personally,
too.
I think Tulsa's cleaner.
I think Tulsa's,
Yeah, I was actually going to say that.
Yeah, dude. It's
the actual
weird.
city,
Yeah.
like downtown's cleaner.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they get all the good music bands to come play there.
Yeah, they have better venues also. So
I think because it's close to Missouri and Arkansas, you can get all
Yeah.
these kids in, like near in those states to come to Tulsa. Whereas Oklahoma's kind of just in the middle of this. Oklahoma City's kind of in the middle of the state, and they're not necessarily known for that. But I love going to Tulsa.
I think Tulsa's fun. I mean, it's. I got a lot of family that lives up there around Broken Arrow, and we got some friends. Me and my fiance, we have a dear friend, and her husband,
Yeah.
family. That
So
live
what
up
made
there.
you decide to come down to Oklahoma City?
I went to school at UCO, studied music performance and music business.
Oh, were you
And,
over at the ACM?
Went to ACM. Yep.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's a really cool school.
Pretty cool little venue too out
Loved
there
it.
downtown.
So you graduated there.
Graduated, and this summer I've been working on 2 EPs. Trash Pops EP. It'll come out probably like winter or spring. And then I have a solo EP that I've been working on since the beginning of summer, and it'll probably be out in October.
Yeah, I was listening to a little bit of that on SoundCloud the other day. I don't know.
That's
it,
pretty
it
cool.
sounded like it's like kind of a lo-fi. I was thinking of the Clash for some reason. I don't know if that was the influence.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to add some links to our page. Where can people find you? Are you on Twitter?
Yes, I am just at Travis Brazeal, Brazeal.
Yeah, not like the country. It's a different way.
And-
Braze.
And what are you on Google Plus?
Yeah, I don't use that though.
No one,
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I think you're the only person
No,
I know.
dude,
You're
you-
the only person I physically know.
No, that's how I
that
talk to Mr. Alexin. I mean, like,
Mark.
there's a bunch of people on there, man, and it's real. Actually, it's better than Facebook, but the only fact that don't make it better is nobody's on it. Nobody uses it. We all got them, but we don't. I mean, honestly, I don't even.
I think
I
we
get on
have
there
it because it's kind
every
of a
other month.
requirement in order for everything else to work. Because Google's going to take over the world one day.
It's pretty cool though, man.
Man.
So yeah, you
What else are you on? You got a YouTube? You got a YouTube? channel?
No. But you can go hear my music at soundcloud.com/Travis Brazeal, and then Trash Pops is soundcloud.com/trash-pops, and we're working on getting websites. And also be sure to check out Travis Linville. You can find him at Bandcamp if you just Google Travis Linville. He's outstanding, and he'll be playing this Saturday. Show I'm really looking forward to playing Halloween at the Blue Note.
Okay,
That's gonna rock.
Over off 23rd,
Yeah,
right?
that's a
Little ways from the Paseo.
Yeah, they have some good food there.
You've always talked about the Blue Note. I've never actually been there.
It's changed hands a couple times, but they've pretty much kept it about the same. I mean, like they always have some really great bands in there. I remember it used to be the home of Hinder, but
Really?
yeah, that was
Hinder's from, I didn't know Hinder was from Oklahoma.
I think they're from Guthrie. I'm not for sure. Don't quote me on that.
I'm not gonna quote anybody ever.
But yeah, I mean,
That's cool. Blue
the
Note.
Blue Note is a really good venue. Where else you playing?
Let's see.
Anywhere else?
Oh, October 4th and 10th, I'm playing with Lee Mullen. November 21st, opening up for Aaron Walker with Lee Mullen. And November 22nd, playing with Travis Linville.
You got anything going for the holiday, like New Year's Eve or anything?
Not at the moment.
Well, this guy has something going on New Year's Eve. He's going to
Oh yeah, I'll be in Ireland.
Ireland.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
Ireland.
you're the old country, as we like to say.
He's going back to the motherland.
So yeah,
You can see where his red beard comes from. Well, it looks like we're fixing to go to break, so I'll go ahead and tease you with some teasers. When we get back from the break, I have a couple good news stories. One mother has the makers of Barbie has the makers of Barbie wondering what the F And we also have a dog-eating woman and a homeless guy who has no problem landing the ladies. That's all next. You're listening to The Wire.
This one's for my dad. My dad loves this song for some weird reason. That is Fall Out Boy with Sugar. We're going down. That's for my dad. He loves that song. I don't really understand why. It's one of those guilty pleasure songs, I guess. He's really into like Hootie and the Blowfish and
Hoot.
And he loves Toad the Wet Sprocket. Do you remember Toad the Wet Sprocket
Toad
from the
the Wet-
90s?
yeah,
Do
dude.
you remember Toad the Wet Sprocket? They were like a folk rock band from the 90s.
No.
No? Well,
Man, I'd like, dude. They were pretty cool.
My dad
I liked
loves
them, man.
Patrick Stump has the voice of an angel, though. So.
Yeah.
he has a pretty interesting voice, I'd say. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
angelic.
maybe not an angel, but he's got crazy range.
He can get that Phoenix. You know that Phoenix. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So yeah, before we left, you guys, Jeremy gave us some teasers about some news stories.
And so let's get into the news, guys. Let's start with the mother. The one mother is wondering what the, and she's got a good reason. During the break, I let these guys listen to a sample of it, which I just posted on our Facebook page. So make sure you go check out the Facebook page, and you can hear for yourself what we're fixing to talk about. Talina Woods, 25, from Wales in the UK, recently purchased a Life in the Dream House talking Barbie for her daughter, Demili. The toy is programmed to say a lot of different phrases like "to the salon" and "I love a makeover." However, after Woods' daughter had the Barbie for a few days, Woods heard the doll blurt out an off-colored phrase. Those who have heard the doll believe it sounds more like she's saying "off the hook." But if you check it out on our Facebook page, you'll be able to hear it for yourself and judge. Which is one of the 15 preset phrases, "off the hook" is, that the doll comes with. However, Woods wasn't taking any chances, and she's taking the bad word Barbie back to the store. She tried to return it, and apparently she didn't have a receipt, so they wouldn't take it. However, the business would not take it without the receipt, and they have the makers of Barbie wondering what the F.
Yeah, so me and Travis just listened to what the Barbie sounded like, and I don't think it sounds like "off the hook," if you know what I'm saying.
Nah.
What do you think it sounded like? It's more like "what the."
What?
I mean, when I first heard it, it didn't. I mean, like I heard "off the hook."
I didn't hear that. I did not hear that one.
Mine's in the gutter all the times. And
But
I
dude,
heard.
And that's the weird thing is mine is more than most, and I didn't hear it, man.
It must be those old guy ears you have.
I don't know.
Decibel levels. and
Listeners, check out our Facebook page. Click on the link. Tell me what you think the video says, because I don't know. I mean, I see it. I can see how you guys can hear that.
And this is not the first time this has ever happened.
Yeah, on
I mean,
toys.
this has happened a lot with toys. You've seen stories with toys.
Oh, yeah. Back in the day, the Pokemon cards, the Japanese cards. When I was in elementary school, it was a big deal because there was a Hypno card, and he was pointing with his middle finger, and he only has 3 fingers, so it looks like he was flipping it off. But
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Hypno, huh?
yep.
Pokemon. I missed that stuff, man. But yeah, I remember like My Little Pony and like what's that, like Monster High, I think it was. They had some dolls and toys that sounded like it was something inappropriate.
Yeah, I remember there was another toy that was, I think it was Elmo or something. Well, there was an Elmo doll that
Yes.
said something.
Was it
bad.
the Tickle Me Elmo?
Elmo said,
I can't really do Elmo, but
That
Yeah.
was good.
Mr. Travis, Elmo said,
Gosh, making me all feel cuddly and warm inside.
Want to hug him? Hug it out.
oh goodness. But yeah, it sounded very inappropriate. Yeah, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/this and that wire.
Yeah, check out that news story. Leave a comment of what you think, whether you think it says it or whether you think you hear the programmed phrase.
It's not and, it's N, just the letter N on
This
there.
and that.
This
and like
that.
it while you're there.
Please. We are just making headroom for greatness. We are on to great things, and we're just overall cool guys. Cool guys.
I mean, it just makes you wonder what's going on out there when toys are cussing, But another thing that will make you wonder what's going on out there is our next story, which is about a woman, a dog-eating woman at that.
Dog-eating woman.
In Redding, California, you guys probably already heard about this one because it's kind of went viral. A Pomeranian came up missing shortly after a couple's heated argument. Fast forward to September, when 35-year-old Ryan Eddie Woodenpaw decided to reconcile with a home-cooked meal. However, things took a dark turn shortly thereafter. Later that night, he began to send his reconciled girlfriend some text messages saying, how's your dog taste? I thought it was better with the barbecue and those Hawaiian buns. Another one said, I guess I could bury what you didn't eat, with a little smiley face at the end. And the next one said, the smile on my face when you read this, ellipsis, and then priceless, along with the smiley face at the end of that one. To make things worse, early the following Tuesday, Wadenpaw showed up at the woman's house, leaving a small bag at the front door. On the porch of the front door. And inside was a note to the girl. They didn't name her, obviously. And it said it had two paws attached with the note. So 2 little dog paws. And the note said, burn in hell, I hate you so much it hurts. Stay away from me. I want nothing to do with you. Bleep you. The Reading police arrested him 2 days later when he admitted to sending the messages and leaving dog paws on the woman's porch. He is in... He had never admitted to killing the dog or cooking it, despite the fact of all the text messages and whatnot. But he has been charged with domestic violence, false imprisonment, stalking, and animal cruelty, and being held on $250,000 bail in Shasta County, California.
So my first impression was there's a lady that eats dogs in America. And I was like, ew. But it turns out it's the boyfriend who cooked the dog and fed it to his ex-girlfriend. That's pretty messed up. What do you think?
Evil. It's appalling. That's so gross. Yeah.
Well, that was like the Chinese store that left the chicken out. People say that's gross.
Well, yeah, but we eat chicken in this country. We don't eat dogs.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty. Not satanic. Not. What is that? It's pretty messed up in the head.
It's almost like
man.
eating a baby.
Yeah, because a lot of people consider their animals their babies.
Yeah, dogs especially. Dogs and cats have that sense of...
they're part of the family. They're one of the family. They usually have your last name,
Yeah, my dog's name's Sullivan Patrick Mina.
See?
Whoa.
Sullivan, he's a cool dog.
Fancy.
You have a dog? Do you have any pets? No.
I wish.
Yeah, me too.
I got some in Sepulpa, but haven't really seen them in a while. I got some mixed dogs in Sepulpa.
Yeah.
Got like 4, but we aren't as close as we used to be because I moved away.
Are they mad at you?
Yeah, I'll come home and they'll bark at me and get my attention until I have fulfilled their needs, and they'll just stay there. But I really like cats.
Oh, you're one of them.
I like dogs too, but I've always had dogs, and I've never had a cat, and I've had roommates with cats.
I like cats, but they tend to smell up the place a lot more than a dog does.
They don't love as much.
Dude, but they're cool because they got the attitude.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. Because you throw a ball, the dog's like, they go off and get it, come back, and, do it again. And then you get a cat, you throw a ball, and they look at you like, what the hell? Why'd you throw that? I was playing with it.
They're almost like another roommate.
Exactly.
It's like you're living
temperamental
with them.
roommate.
Yeah.
Because they're off doing their own thing. You don't really have to take care of them that much. You got to clean up their...
Yeah.
Ooh. What is that? Is that the phone ringing? They're trying to mess with us. Because
See what you did?
Yeah. Hand me the phone. Hand me the phone. You gonna hand me the phone? Oh, yeah, I guess he's not gonna hand me the phone. So, yeah. Travis, while Jeremy's on the phone with whoever...
Is that a landline?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people can call us on here on the show and stuff. So, you gonna plan on working at the Red Hawks again this year?
I don't know. It depends on how things go. I'm trying to just play as much as I can, and
next time,
kind of just scraping by and see how that goes. And I don't know.
Next time I'm totally gonna patch in the wrong number and act like I'm the OU's Health Science Center.
Who was that?
Somebody with the wrong number. They're like, oh, I'm like the wire. They're like, I'm sorry, I think I have the wrong number. They're like, what is this? I'm like, the radio station. Like, she said, I'm trying to get a hold of the OU Health Science Center. I'm like, oh man, missed my opportunity. I should have patched her in. Like, yeah, this is a OU Health Science Center.
That would have been great.
And then transfer her to you. Like, hold on, let me transfer you, and then exactly.
Hi, this is Keegan. What seems to be a problem?
I'm looking for my daughter. She's somewhere there.
So, some of our friends want some shout-outs.
We have. Didn't they get the memo? We don't do that.
We don't do shout-outs. Yeah, we don't. But
who does?
There's one exception.
Just kidding. No, we do shout-outs.
There's one person that we have to do a shout-out.
Mr. Dave.
Well, him too, but he's not listening.
Oh no, he never listens.
Lindsay Cloman, the one and only.
Lindsay, I miss her.
Yeah, she's doing great.
Aww.
She's listening to our show. Liliana is also listening to our show. Lily, how you doing?
Lily.
So yeah, shout out
and
to
Burke.
Angel Burke
Again, because
my parents.
She's Burke.
You have any
and the
friends?
Minas. You want to give a shout out to?
You want to give any shout outs to anybody?
I don't know if they're listening, but Michael, Abashan, Dylan Eubanks. This is like, they're probably still sleeping though. But
yeah, we don't have the best time slot. In
Well,
the
you know
world.
what? We're definitely working on getting a YouTube channel going, so we can just play these there, and people can tune in later and listen. So
righteous.
So not everybody has to wake up this early at 9 o'clock.
I know. I'm starting to regret it now. I'm waking up. I'm like, oh,
early, man. You kids are crazy, man.
What
I get up at 5 every morning.
Whoa.
He's old though, so
No, dude, I've
awesome.
done that since
the ancient times.
Yeah, even whenever I was like all stoned out in the 90s, wearing like hoodies and Jinkos.
Jamming to Nirvana and Pearl Jam.
Oh, yeah. Nirvana, man. That's the coolest thing is your generation can't ever say you had an artist that created a whole genre. You know,
I mean, technically we could.
No,
it's
you
can't.
You can say whatever you want, but it's not true.
No, you listen to me.
I quit listening.
Now we got Justin Bieber. I mean,
yeah, it's, even in this genre called crap.
Okay,
country rap?
And rap.
Country rap.
Sorry.
That is funny. No, even that started in the 90s, right, with Kid Rock.
Oh,
See?
that would have been. Yeah.
So there's a couple genres that came out of the 90s, man. All of them were cool, man. Even if you don't like them, they're still cool.
Yeah.
In their own way.
Can we have another story about some handsome homeless dude?
Well, that's just what I was about to get into.
Long, tan, and handsome.
Handsome. Okay.
Handsome, dude. Yeah.
Full of hands.
So there's a homeless guy in New York City who has no problem landing the ladies, and that's crazy because I know a couple of homeless people here in OU that have no problem landing.
I'm not homeless.
In New York. In New York City, there's a rugged roaming Romeo who lives many men's dream lifestyle. I don't know that it's my dream lifestyle, but despite occasionally sleeping on the cold, hard pavement, because it's a case of different girl. I'm sorry, I messed this one up. But he basically relies on his good looks. He stays preened and proper. Claims he only has 4 outfits that he has to his whole name. That's his only possessions. And he often steals samples of cologne from department stores and whatnot. You know, just the squirtle, not the whole bottle.
Man.
And then fixes himself up and heads out for a night on the town, and gets girls to buy him drinks and whatnot, and lands his one night stands that often last more than one night. And you know, he's managed to live like this. So, what do y'all think, man?
That's amazing.
I know. I'm fixing to post the story, so you guys can take a look at that. But what do y'all think about that, man? Is that the dream? You don't have no bills. You just got a different woman every night.
Maybe. I don't know. It could be venomous. You know, could get attached one night and then she just doesn't want anything to do with you. Could be a rough life, or it could be maybe the best. I'm not sure. It's like two ways to look at it.
She could want you to stay forever.
Ooh.
I know that's scary. The same woman for the rest of your life.
God
I'm
bless
just
it.
kidding.
Is that marriage?
And looks like we got another shout out to give Mr. Snodgrass.
Braxton Snodgrass.
I know. Where do you find the time to listen to us, sir?
Who actually listens?
With all that stuff you got to do in your everyday life, man, you're a busy guy.
So you know that Snodgrass chiropractor down the street?
Dude, everybody
No,
says that.
there's a Braxton chiropractor off 35 now. So Braxton's, I'm like, what? No.
You're thinking Braxton too much.
I'm thinking of Braxton all the time. Love you, Braxton.
Hey, man, a shout out to Mr. Turner, CEO,
You know
founder
Braxton, Travis,
of
the white-haired
Island
guy who works at Red Hawks.
I don't know if
He,
I don't know if I've introduced myself or if
he-
we've.
Nobody introduced
No one
themselves to
really-
Braxton.
it's Braxton.
Right?
Okay.
See, we
I'd probably know if I saw him. Yeah.
we have the
Yeah,
power to
he's super
talk
cool, man.
all the garbage.
No, he does. No, this guy right here does. I don't because I still work with him, and I you know.
Oh yeah, no, I know who it is now.
Yeah, you know.
my bad.
Yeah, that guy. I'm just kidding. Though.
You're like, no wonder I haven't
You hear that,
talked to
Braxton?
him.
You're
No,
that guy
I was
now.
like white hair. I was like, he's a cameraman, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No,
I'm sorry.
he runs replay and directs and does.
He does
very
camera every now and then.
every once in a while. I think Turner does more camera than he does. Speaking of which, all of you guys should apply to be a all-star or part of the production crew with the Red Hawks.
It's really
It's fun.
It's an interesting job.
Not that there's any positions open, but you should try it anyways.
Yeah.
See if you can get on there.
Play games.
Yeah, you can
Working
dance on
camera?
dugouts, which is quite interesting at times. But it's better than the Darlings.
Oh.
God, man.
Let's. My show.
Okay.
According to my bylaws, we do not talk about them.
Okay.
Ever. We'll
Okay.
never talk about that. Ever. I hate that.
Oh man, I'm telling you, my age.
Yeah.
It freaked my dad out.
I know, man.
I brought my dad to a game, and he's like, "What is going on?" If you guys want to know what we're talking about, let us know. We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I
well,
just never watched during that part. I don't know. I usually.
yeah, you guys are in a little hidey hole in
You're
the
not.
dugout,
You're
man.
not a camera guy. Your job's not to
Oh
shoot
yeah.
that.
You don't have to zoom in close and.
I have had to spend the last 3
Yeah.
years looking.
Okay,
the
quit
other
talking about
way.
it. Anyways, we got another shout out. We got a shout out to Dairy Boy
Dairy Boy.
Dairy Boy.
Dairy Boy. We're not even gonna say his real
in
name.
Shawnee, Oklahoma, working away on those trailers. Are you?
With Paul Rogers. Paul.
Paul.
Hey, this is Paul Rogers.
Pow.
Paul Rogers. You ever watch
Paul.
Syphil and Ollie?
Paul.
Did
You
ever
should.
watch Syphil and Ollie? It was an old show
Go
in the
to
90s.
YouTube.
It was like
It's
on
funny.
MTV. It was a hand puppet show.
Nope.
I'm torn between which is better, Wonder Chosen or
Wonder Chosen.
Civil and Ollie, because they're both awesome, dude.
Wonder Chosen was like these like kids show, but it was very inappropriate kids show where they would get like sound clips of kids and like kids was like it's like Sesame Street, but it was almost like this is the reason why the capitalist government is like destroying the nation.
Well, that's awesome.
It's just- they show how like hot dogs are made. Like I love hot dogs. Hot dogs are great. But yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, do you know who? I think is what is it? Liam Lynch and Mac Croco.
I know Liam Neeson.
No, Liam. Like they're he's
Do
a
you
comedian,
really
dude.
know him, or-
There's
Yeah.
really
Oh,
good
wow.
stuff. He's
Good.
really cool. Really good stuff,
Are they
dude.
still? I mean, are they still doing stuff?
Yeah, it's like stand up and they're traveling. I think they've separated. Like they don't do stuff together anymore.
They're
But
not.
those are the creators of Civil and Ollie, and God, dude, those guys are
Syphil
geniuses,
and
man.
Ollie.
They were funny.
Syphil and Ollie show rock. Hey Chester, what's up? Hey, what's up, man?
I'm telling you, there was some really good stuff there
Yeah.
in the '90s, man.
So Travis,
What's up, dude? Do you like? Have you heard the new Death from Above 1979 album?
no.
Oh, well, it came out. Like,
What was that again?
yesterday, I
Death
think?
from Above.
Death from Above.
1979.
From Above,
1979. Dude, I'm gonna have to
1979.
look. Dude, you know how many cool songs and cool stuff just are named or have something to do with 1979? Telling you.
Like
That's my-
Smashing Pumpkins.
And I was born that year.
Oh,
I
that's
have
a sign.
all to do with it, dude.
Well, what about it? I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome. I've been looking forward to it. Because they went on hiatus and they released an album this year, and it's really good.
So let's talk about a little bit about your influences, some of your favorite bands. Can you give us a few of your favorite bands? What you like to listen to?
Totally. Death from Above 1979 is
Oh,
probably my
okay.
favorite because it's drums and bass, and I mainly play bass, and Jesse Keeler's a great bass player. And I love the Beach Boys. I love
Oh,
Brian
okay.
Wilson. I think of course he's a genius, everyone knows. But I love Pet Sounds. It's probably my favorite album. Like, one of my favorite, probably my top album and been listening to Bass Drum of Death and Fiddler, and I got this Ramones CD, 99 songs for like $10, and it's kind of been my jam this summer.
Man,
Well,
the Ramones,
it's
man.
not summer any longer, but yeah, I never really gave Dee Dee Ramone enough credit because I just assumed he sucked because I've just heard that, and then been listening to the Ramones a lot, and I'm like, wow, Dee Dee is the man.
Exactly.
Like, and I didn't know, but he wrote like all their hits, so.
All the good ones, and then some more. I mean, like yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I've been a big fan of the Ramones. I mean it's like that's like the middle of the beginning of punk, and I was totally into punk in the 90s, man.
Yeah, they formed before the Clash, so they're credited
with stuff. Yeah,
with
Ramones.
things.
Really cool group. Did you ever play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, I think it was?
Yeah.
They had Blitzkrieg Bop on there, and I would make it so that was the only song that would play the whole time because I was like,
Yeah.
I love that song. Blitzkrieg Bop's one of my favorite songs from the Ramones.
Love it. I really like Sheena is a Punk.
I like I Want to Be Sedated, Rock and Roll High School.
Yeah. I hadn't listened to the End of the Century album yet, or like all of it, and then I did like a few weeks ago, and it's not super Ramonesy because Phil Spector produced it and it's like really pop, but I love it. It's great.
Are there any local bands you're you're influenced by?
Yeah. There's a band called Lotta Tough from Oklahoma City, and they're a trio also, and they're a great punk rock band. They're really good. Like they actually remind me of the Ramones a lot.
Yeah.
And
There was a band in the 90s. It was just a local band. I don't know where all they went. I think they were just here. They were part of the Sharp movement. I don't know if y'all know about that.
Sharp Edge?
No, the Skinheads Against Racist People. They're like anti.
They were skinheads
Racist.
against racist people?
Yeah.
But were they actually skinheads? Like
Yeah.
neo-Nazis?
No, like you
They just had
had no hair.
That was just a thing?
No, and like they were called Sharps. But anyways, they had a band called the Boxcar Children. If
That's a
they're-
great book series.
Dude, it was awesome, man. It was cool. The lead singer was a girl, and then the rest of them were all guys, and they all smelled like BO, and nobody shaved or anything except for their heads.
So like
the girls
girls shave their heads too?
No, yeah, the girls had like hairy armpits and hairy legs. Dude, I'm telling you,
all natural.
it was cool. It was cool, man. But that's kind of like what it sounded like you were describing.
Yeah. Listen to kind of just angsty-ish music, and then when I'm trying to have a real good time, listen to Anna Monoguchi. Music's really happy.
You said they related to Christy Yamaguchi?
It's like their nephew.
Really?
Or her nephew. No, not really. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean,
That'd
that's
be
probably
crazy.
that's probably like Japanese for Smith
Yeah.
or Brown. You know, it could be anybody.
Oh man, I played with this band called My Man Mike last Monday from South Korea,
Oh yeah.
and blew my mind. It was crazy.
Those Asian bands are great.
Those
I saw
those
this. I went to the Twisted Root like last
sweet.
October or December, and I saw this Japanese band called the Azuki Washers.
Huh.
And Giraffe Massacre and Headbutt opened for them, and it's like these guys from Japan. They barely spoke any English, and I bought their CD. It was just super cool. They were just, you don't really experience like Eastern bands coming to America, especially in Oklahoma. You don't expect any Japanese or South Korean bands to come here, and it's just like, wow, these guys are really talented, really talented.
Yeah, I think they have more discipline or something.
I don't know about the Korean band. I mean, like they're like us, dude. They're pretty modern over there. I mean, I think they smoke a lot more than us. That's what I've been told.
I think everybody kind of smokes more than us now.
But yeah, I mean, like Korea's like Asian America kind of. I mean, South Korea.
Yeah, it's like
North Korea's
their,
a whole nother story.
Bass player was from Korea, and then their drummer was French, and then their singer was American.
That's cool.
I have no
That's
idea
cool.
how they made that all work because they were really tight, and it was like going to hell or something.
Wow.
Because it's like it's called power violence.
Power violence.
Yeah.
That's a genre of music.
Yeah, or like fast core, like fast hardcore.
I can't even. I mean, you're enlightening us with. I mean, I'm a big music guy. I've never heard any of this stuff. I'm into like math rock and post hardcore. And
Dude, I'm stoked about Headbutt though, because you had said like I've seen
I
Headbutt.
saw you guys play. You guys play with them once, haven't you?
Yes, it was at the Blue Note in like January, I think. But it was a lot of tough Headbutt and us for that show, and Headbutt's music's like transcending.
They're great
Like-
because I've never seen anybody play with an 8-string guitar before.
Yeah.
And the first time I ever saw them was in some dude's backyard in the middle of November. It's like at 8:30 at night, and it's pitch black dark, and they're the first band up. And I mean, I didn't hear about them before. They were like brand spanking new. This is like one of their first ever shows, and they go up and then the guy's like, and then just like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Yeah, whenever I saw them, it's like every head in the room was turned.
Because there's a song they have called Lavender Town Syndrome, which is a Pokemon reference.
Oh, yeah.
Lavender Town.
Yep.
And like halfway through the song, he just goes off on this like guitar solo, and I was like, what?
Yeah. You feel like your mind's getting
And
melted.
then they were at the Twisted Root for that Japanese band, and they played their whole set list like in one song. It felt like
Oh.
2112. It felt like a 20-minute song. They were just going off. I was like, this is great.
I love that.
Headbutt's great. I can't wait to have them on the show tomorrow. They're super psyched. I'm super psyched. Jeremy's gonna
Awesome.
be super psyched.
Man.
I'm super psyched just because you guys are super psyched.
Do you like I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this right. Adabessi Shank?
Oh, I love Adabessi Shank.
Yeah, they're
Log
awesome.
Drum. All their albums are like, this is an album by Adabessi Shank. That's like that one. That's God. I can go on and on about this kind of stuff.
Hey, definitely put some links on the
Ooh.
Facebook page. So
Adabessi Shank is a great band. I believe they're from England, a British band, I believe.
From the UK.
Yeah, they
I
got
think
this-
they're- Yeah.
They had this cool sound, like electronic sound mixed with their music, and it's very unique. It's very different. They just released an album, I believe,
wow.
relatively recently. Yeah, this is like the third album by Adabessi Shank. That's what the
Huh.
album's called.
That's
It's
awesome.
got like a buffed up guy, and his face is a light bulb, and it broke. It's like
Wow.
it broke. I know.
That's awesome.
Freaking awesome.
That sounds really cool.
But yeah, Headbutt. I love Giraffe Massacre. Have you ever seen Giraffe Massacre? You won't be able to see
Totally.
them anymore.
Yes, I've seen Draft Massacre. It's rest in peace.
Nah, rest in peace, Giraffe Massacre. But we still got the Hit Boys, my favorite band from the city.
Oh yeah. It was
And
great.
you know Adam and Will pretty well.
Yeah.
I mentioned your name over at the Dope Chapel the other day. They're like, I love that kid. Travis, I
What?
love that kid. Yeah.
No.
Adam said he loved you.
Oh, they're too sweet.
That's what I
Too
like about
good.
them. They're just like when they play, they're just having a good time.
That's what it's about. Gotta have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, people don't realize the indie music scene here. I didn't realize until I saw This Town Needs Guns. Have you ever heard of This Town Needs Guns?
Yeah, I was at the ATM Performance Lab.
You were there too?
Yeah. That was great.
That's awesome. I was there.
That was a face
That was the
melter
first
all
time
night.
that was the first time I ever saw the Hit Boys.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. You told me that. That was a freaking awesome Hit Boy show.
That was like I was like, okay, I was a big This Town Needs Guns fan, and they're from England, so coming to Oklahoma City of all places was like a big thing.
Yeah.
And they came, and the band that opened up was the Hit Boys, and they playing, and I'm like, what? This is amazing. There's a band in the city that plays music like this.
Dude, yeah.
And I talked to them afterwards. They were really cool guys. Saw a lot of shows with them, but that's how I started. And then I was like, there's a music scene here. I always thought it was like country music and red dirt country and all that stuff. And it was like, yeah, there's rock bands. You got like Oklahoma City's got like a little bit of Austin in it, a little bit of Austin.
Yeah. I also really like Talos.
Oh, I
plays,
love Talos.
Freaking his bass playing is stellar. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one of the guys. I don't remember his name. I corresponded with him on Facebook. He goes to OU. Hopefully, they're gonna be on the show soon.
Cool. That'd
I
be
would
awesome.
love. I've yet to see them live. I've always go to see them, and then I end up not being able to. And it's just like, oh, because I love their album. That's like one of the best local musicians. If you guys ever are familiar with Talos, they're one of the best indie musicians out in the state. They have a really, really well put together album.
Oh yeah.
And Adam from the Hit Boys is their bass player, which is cool.
And speaking of indie music, another great indie band in this area is Indian Giver. They'll be playing with us on the Halloween show.
Yeah, I met a guy at the Dope Chapel show. He was in another band. Oh goodness, was he in Cosmo Stanza? You know, ever heard of Cosmo Stanza?
I've heard of them. I've never seen him.
No, some guy came up to me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm in this." Oh, it might have been from Boardwax. Have you ever heard Boardwax?
Yeah, Boardwax is also awesome.
I talked to them, and hopefully I'm going to try to get them on the show. But somebody I met was like, "Yeah, I'm in this band called Indian Giver."
Was he? They have like dark hair, curly.
Yeah, he's a.
Probably Dylan. He's also, or he was in, or he's in Oklahoma Cloud Factory too.
Oklahoma, okay, yeah, because Will gave me a music sampler of bands and had like Falcon Hawk by the Hit Boys
cool.
and Oklahoma Cloud Factory and
Yes.
and
Yeah, Oklahoma Cloud
Indian
Factory
Giver.
is amazing. Indian Giver is amazing. And then for that Halloween show, Bed People's playing. They're a hip hop band. They're a live hip hop band from Oklahoma City.
that's cool.
They are amazing. They, gosh, yeah, they're really sexy.
Yeah, I'm really striving to get a lot of these bands to come on the show. But yeah, we're gonna take a little break right now. When we come back, Mr. Travis Brazeal is gonna play us a little ditty, and then we will see what Nick is up to on The Wire. This is This and That
On the Wire.
On The Wire, your student radio. That was Florence and the Machine with Shake It Off. Before that, that was Beck with Blue Moon. Keegan Mean along with me, always Jeremy Deere. Good morning, Norman, Oklahoma. This is This and That. We're on every Wednesday morning from 9 to 11 Central Standard Time. Why? Because we live in the heart of America. That's right, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
You can listen to us on our station's website, wire.ou.edu. That again is wire.ou.edu. You can also download the TuneIn Radio app on your iOS and Google Play Store device. When you download it, on the search menu, type in your student radio, and you should find us.
It'll lead you right to.
Yeah, there's like 50 The Wires in the world, so
And it's a really friendly app to use. So
like our Facebook page. That's something we strive so hard. Please
yeah.
like our Facebook page, facebook.com/this and that wire.
yeah, we're hovering at 178. So
Yeah,
we're doing good so
we
far.
need like a few more likes. We have Travis Brazeal. He's about to play a song. Travis, how you doing?
Good.
So what song are you gonna play?
It's called Painted World. It's going to be the third track on my upcoming EP.
All right, man. So we're gonna cut our mics and we'll let you take
Yeah,
it
go
away.
ahead and-
Sweet. Painted world acrylic sheen, bright contrast with the reds and greens. Red, yellow, blue made this universe where the color blends a dreamt diverse. The primary colors, imaginations were marvelous paint mixing stations. Paint that lives behind my eyes, morph and shift. This world is so alive. Paint that lives behind my eyes, morph and shift. This world is so alive. Creating whatever hue they command. The sky feels like movements from a hand. And how it shifts from orange to purple shades. This is a place where you can't count the days. Days. Living in this painting is so surreal. How the colors taste and feel. I don't mind if none of this is real. Paint that lives behind my eyes, morph and shift. This world is so alive. Paint that lives behind my eyes, morph and shift. This world is so alive.
That's good as always. Just,
Oh man, super cool. I love your face. Your eyes are closed the whole time, and you're just like, I could
Yeah,
tell
in the
you
zone.
you were
In the
in
zone,
you were in
man.
Travis Brazeal zone.
Yeah.
You look awesome, man. That's
I went
awesome.
to Brazil.
What was the name of that song again?
Painted World.
Painted World.
Painted World.
And we will give you a copy of that song.
Okay, well, before you set that down, we got to ask you to do one more thing.
One more thing.
Yeah.
So it's customary on our show when we have musical guests. They play a little ditty for us. We had Steven do a little bit about the show in general, this
yeah.
and that. We had Audra last week talk about our Beer of the Week segment. So we're going to ask you to do one about
Our
news segment.
Yeah.
So if you could incorporate,
It's just something that we can go into.
News.
It's only got to be about 10 to 20 seconds long.
not even, if not.
News. Gonna do some news.
I liked it.
a lot.
That's pretty cool.
News.
That's pretty cool.
Give me some news. That's great.
That's good.
That's great, man.
I'll definitely use that one.
That's pretty cool, man. So you said you've been playing. How long? You said you played clarinet and then was it saxophone?
Yeah.
Well, how long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing guitar for 3 years. Man, I just wish I would have thought of some lyrics for the last ditty. Oh well.
No,
News. Give me some news.
No, that's perfect the way it is.
Perfect. Yeah, I started playing bass when I was 19. Or no, I started. Okay, let me go chronologically. So, sax was an 11-year-old Travis, and then when I was 18, I started playing keyboard because I was going to be a music education major and had to take class piano. And that was really cool. But then I switched my major and started playing bass, and then started playing guitar, and then started playing drums, and then I went crazy. No, I just love playing music. It's like all I do. My room is just like a rehearsal room, and I have like a blow-up bed.
And do you play that too?
Yeah.
Get drumsticks and you're just whacking the crap out of your bed.
Yeah, I got like these foam mallets. Yeah.
That's cool. So your whole room's just pretty much, it can be moved around at any given time. Put stuff in it.
Yeah, it's constantly changing because the drums take up most of my room because I live in like a loft and they're like not always there. So yeah, because just like my band practice is there, and so it's kind of always changing, but I love it. I just need to work on getting a studio. So
Yeah, didn't we talk about jamming out sometime?
Yes.
You, me, and Kyle.
yeah, hasn't happened yet. I got a little busier than I
Oh yeah.
thought, but I want to do a.
At
drum
least you
and-
didn't promise for me to be your drummer and then give up on me like our last guest last week.
Somebody,
Yeah, Audra last
like
week.
somebody named Audra last week.
I'm supposed to be your drummer, and then she's like, I'm moving to Texas. And then months later, she's like, oh, I'm not moving to Texas.
And then she's like, "Oh, by the way, I formed a band."
And I have a new drummer. And
I know.
Left me on the
What a
dust.
I'm
goosh.
sorry.
I'm
Man,
telling you.
it's really hard to it's like easy to start a band, but it's like really hard to keep it together.
Oh, yeah, I
Like,
bet. I'm in somewhat of a band called Finland, and it's just me and my friend
cool.
Patrick. But he, like, the summer began, he's like, yeah, I'm going to walk to California. It's taking me about 6 months.
Walk
Bye.
to California?
And it only took him
That's
2.
funny.
He kind of cheated. He hitchhiked. He said he was just gonna. He said he was just gonna walk the whole
He
way.
needs to write a book. I definitely
I would
read
like
it,
to have him on the
totally.
show because he plays guitar too. And
Well,
but yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm going to California. Bye. So like, what about Finland? What
That's
about Finland?
Crazy, because like you got the whole like Irish thing going, and Patrick's a really Irish name. Keegan and Patrick, like
Yeah.
that would have been awesome.
Finland. How'd you come up with Finland?
We're big advocate fans of SpongeBob.
Oh,
And there's an
yeah.
episode where the Doodle Bob, the evil Doodle Bob, throws a
Yeah.
bowling ball at Patrick. Yeah.
Doodle Bob
and,
voice.
And SpongeBob goes, Patrick, are you right? And all you hear is Patrick goes, Finland. And we're like, that's our name of our band. And all of our songs will be quotes from SpongeBob. We were going to have songs like, now you must grow accustomed to freeform jazz. And,
Whoa.
And
That's awesome.
the ugly barnacle. Sweet, sweet victory.
The other day I was really bored and I was thinking of band names, and a lot of people like to come up with like really intimidating ones because it's like cool, I was like, what's the least intimidating band name? And the one I came up with was the Randy Newman Gang. That sounds frightening.
The Cuddle Bears.
The Cuddle Bears.
My dad has one. I can't really say it on the air, but he was always. My dad said he was in a band once. Oh, this is a different story. My dad said he was in a band for like 2 days, and it was called Mass Hysteria.
Whoa!
And he was like the lead singer of this band that never ever practiced. He's like, yes, we are Mass Hysteria. And he always it's one of his drinking stories. He's like, yeah, I was in a band once. Mass
For 2
Hysteria.
days.
For 2
That's
days.
awesome. That is totally awesome.
My dad can't play any instruments, so he can't sing. But yeah.
I can play the mouth
Dad.
harp. You know, the little
The one like Neil.
Those are cool.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like what Neil Young will play while he's playing guitar.
Have you ever seen his performance of him doing? Oh my gosh, what is it? I wanna live. Heart of Gold.
Live?
Yeah.
Like the Neil with Crazy Horse, Live Rust, that album?
Yes. It's like from the 70s though.
I wanna give
I love that song.
for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old.
Yeah, I think most people can sing better than Neil Young.
What? No way.
He does not have a good singing voice.
Well, before he started smoking a lot, he sounded really good. Well,
Didn't we all? It's turning up to be 10:30. We gotta go call Nicholas real fast. I wonder what that guy's up to.
Let's
We're totally.
let's go to some music.
We're
Then.
gonna go to music. Okay, we're gonna go to music real fast.
You're listening to This and That on The Wire.
Your student radio. Interesting story. Apparently, Travis here toured with the drummer from that previous band. Is that correct, Travis?
yeah, Michael Byers. He's the man.
He's the man. We should have Nicholas Von Bush on there. Nick, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Can the world hear him?
Hello, Nick.
Can you hear us, Nick?
Are you there?
Yep, I'm here. What can I do for you guys?
Hey,
All right, we have Nick on the air.
Nicholas Von Bush. Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good, Keegan.
Okay,
So-
What can I do
Nick.
for you guys?
Nick is our tech friend. He's a techie friend. He works at a techie place, and
And he hates Apple stuff.
And he what's your major?
Well, right now I've actually switched my major from mathematics to computer science.
So that's what he knows, people. He knows the science of computers.
Very
So
wise.
what better person to get on the phone than Nick? And let's talk about Apple.
Well, I was going to say, I see recently that Apple has come out with the new iPhone 6s and the new Apple Watches. I can definitely say from the keynotes that I've seen before, I'm definitely impressed with what Apple's rolling out this time around. I see that they've, made the phones a lot larger. They've definitely improved the processors and the battery life, and especially the screen resolution. The iPhone 6s have got a better than 720p resolution, and then the iPhone 6 Pluses have the full 1920 by 1080p resolution. So,
Now-
they're rolling out some really good stuff in these.
Now, do you know if both iPhones are going to feature the 160 frames per second feature?
As
What-
far as I'm aware, I believe that both of them will feature that. In terms of camera qualities and capabilities, the only difference that I was aware of that they differed in is the iPhone 6 Plus will have optical image stabilization. So for those of you that have a shaky hand when you're trying to take videos or pictures, the camera itself compensates for that shake. Not in a digital way, but in an actual, with the gears and the motions in the phone itself. So it actually helps you take clearer pictures and helps you take clearer videos.
Say it, Nick. Say it. You like Apple. You know you do.
Oh, I was going to say I'm not a fan of Apple.
Are
but I
you in
do
line?
like-
Are you? You're in
Yeah,
line
yeah, are
right
you in
now,
line?
aren't you?
Are you in
You're in
line?
New
I'm in
York.
line, yeah, I'm in line right now, waiting to buy up all the iPhone 6s so nobody else can have them. No, personally, when it comes to buying phones, personally, I like the Samsung series, but it all comes down to what meets your needs. If you buy an iPhone because all your friends have an iPhone, well, you're just
Exactly.
a follower.
Exactly.
But if you can give legitimate needs, I know your co-host Jeremy there, when asked why he likes his iPhone, I mean, he gives legitimate reasons. It meets his needs. He says it works well with syncing data between his iPad and his MacBook Pro and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the iMac at home and everything. I mean, it's to me, if Android came out with a phone, if our phone company came out with an Android phone that was more user friendly for Mac users, well, then I would have no problem switching. I'm not just a fanboy. I'm somebody that really uses all the features.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. I realize that between Apple and Android, there isn't a whole lot of they don't like to play well with each other. But like I said, I mean, they definitely each have their own features and capabilities.
What do you think about the watch?
I
mean, is there a need in the market for it?
You know what? I think to be honest with you, the answer would be a quick no. I think a lot of these tech companies look for a new way to, revolutionize the market and essentially build a new product that they think you need to buy. And personally, I really don't think so. I don't think, and Apple has made a great Apple Watch. I think it's a lovely looking item. But when you come down to it, the features and the capabilities aren't a whole lot. I mean, there's a reason why we don't use watches all that much anymore. It's because it's easier to pull out a phone and check the time. Now you've got the time back on your wrist in a digital form, and with the Apple Watch, you've got the NFC payments. You can tap your watch and make payments that way, and you can get little notifications, and you can do the little voice messages. But I just don't see that there's enough functionality to actually justify going out and spending $329.
Oh wow, I didn't know that's what they retailed for. But yeah, I was looking at that myself. I had yet to watch the rest of the keynote. I watched the two presentations over the watch and the two phones that they're offering. I'm glad that they come out with a bigger screen. I know a friend of mine, a friend of Keegan's, has definitely mentioned that if the screen size was of ample size, then he would switch back. I personally myself it will probably within the next year or two try to land me a second phone and use an Android as well as my iPhone.
You're just so cool.
But the main reason being, the usability and my primary phone will probably still be a iPhone for foreseeable future. So, hey, I just want to thank you once again for
Nick,
calling in and giving us your opinion and a little bit more depth and insight to the consumability of Apple products.
And Nick, quick question: Did you like our Facebook page?
I have not yet, but I have seen
what?
This and That Facebook page, and I will make sure to get on to my Galaxy S5 and go on and like you guys' This and That Facebook page.
You best do that ASAP, my friend.
Hey, it was great talking to you.
Thanks for calling us, Nick. We'll hang out sometime.
Yeah, hold on. Don't hang up, though. We'll talk to you later.
Well, okay. So, yeah, this is This and That. Nicholas Von Busch, our tech-savvy friend. He's always a pleasure to talk to. He's that guy, though, and he's that guy who, if you ever go to a restaurant, he always has to ask questions about the food. He's always like, so is the lobster from the Pacific Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean? Now, in the sandwich, what is the tomato made out of? Is it fresh tomatoes?
Man, he sounds really detail-oriented.
He's very detail-oriented.
Wants to know what he's getting. He's knows what he wants, it seems.
He has his eyes on the prize most of the time, but what's funny is just he doesn't get a lot of things I say, and it just like goes through him, and he just keeps talking. Like I'll be making jokes, and he's just like, yeah, so the iPhone. But yeah.
That guy's a riot, man.
That kid, I love him. Nick Von Busch.
Hey, I've liked the kid every since the first time I met him. He's a good fella.
He's been with us since the Rose State years. All right.
Which will lead us into let's go into the beer of the
beer of the week.
Yeah,
how could we forget? Beer of the week. Beer
of the week.
Beer of the week. Beer of the week. That's pretty good. I like that. Maybe we should.
I know. We have to use
we
that.
just use
Sorry,
that.
Odd.
Yeah. Well, we could alternate. Beer of the week. This last week we had Samuel Adams Oktoberfest,
which is a great beer.
Great beer. This week we are doing one of my favorite lagers, Harp from Guinness. I asked Travis earlier. He said he's never had it. He's probably a Keystone Light guy, Natty Ice kind of guy. Pabst
Smashing them Keystone Lights. Freaking
Hanging out with Keith Stone. Man, I miss those commercials. It was really great. Y'all remember the Keith Stone?
You're so smooth.
Oh, yeah.
You're smooth.
Gosh.
Keith Stone, you're so smooth. But yeah, Harp is one of my favorite lagers. It's from Guinness, the makers of Guinness. And we always like to mention that we are a college station and we do not approve of underage drinking. And if you do go out, please drink and drive responsibly.
Even if you're drinking under the age, do it responsibly, man. I mean, there's nothing worse than getting in trouble and then on top of that getting another ticket or citation for being underage and having alcohol. So not only do you have a DUI or a public intox, but you also have a minor in possession, which just makes things worse. So be responsible anytime you drink alcohol. And the best way for college students down here at the University of Oklahoma to be responsible is take advantage of the Safe Ride voucher program.
Safe Ride, yes.
This program provides safe and free taxi transportation to OU students within the Norman city limits. And each voucher will provide you free transportation for that specific weekend or on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m.
It's super simple. If you're staring at the radio booth in the Union, take those doors to the right, walk on out. There's a little building. Walk in there, and there's a little desk. You give them your
it's
ID.
inside the student affairs office. And if you walk just east of the Union, you'll see the signs for Safe Ride. Just walk down there and tell them you want a Safe Ride.
3 tickets. You can use them Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
But make sure you call for your taxi early.
It's a great program. Yeah, make sure to call your taxi early.
Yeah, they're always busy, and it takes a while.
I'd say call them about an hour before you plan on leaving.
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. So yeah.
But it is something I've used and something that Keegan's used.
Yeah.
And it's worth its weight in DUI expenses.
But Harp is one of my favorite lagers. It was one of the first.
Tell us about it, man.
One of the first beers I've ever had was Harp. I think I had it when I was in Canada, which is weird because it's not Canadian. But it was 18 to drink in Canada, and me and my dad we went to a bar and
what did it taste like? Like name it. Let me give us a description.
Do I give another beer as a description, or
however you can do it?
It tastes like a lager.
It
It tastes like a lager.
Is it stout? Is it fruity? Is it?
It's.
I would drink it with your pinky up.
I would define it as a man's beer.
All right, pinky down.
Men drink lagers. However, I love wheats. And wheats aren't necessarily a man's beer, apparently.
No, I like wheat, man.
You only like wheat in the summertime,
exactly.
Though. This guy's all about seasons. I'm all about just wheat.
Well, it's just something about the cold. You get a nice, thick, frothy beer.
Frothy?
Okay, I'm glad you was going off of frothy and not thick. Because I was like,
uh-oh,
what just came out of my mouth?
Big, thick, frothy. A nice, big, thick, frothy
stout,
beer. Lager.
Thirsty.
That's my personal beer of the week choice.
It's our personal beer of the week choice.
It's also Travis's personal beer of the week choice, I guess.
Do you have a favorite beer over there?
Yeah, this Guinness Harp's really good. My favorite beer, I really like the Unibrews. If I'm getting fancy, that's only if I'm looking to spend. It's like La Fin du Monde and Trois Pistoles, and Samuel Smith. He has this strawberry beer. It's really good. But I like...
What's your go-to? What's your go-to drink? It don't even have to be beer. What's your go-to alcohol?
Like whiskey.
Drink? Whiskey?
Just straight up?
Whiskey.
Just straight?
It depends on how I'm feeling.
Let me ask you, this is a question I ask every waitress, bartender I ever go out. Is vodka and Coke a normal drink?
Huh. I've never had anyone...
Because that's my mixed drink of choice. That's my Wells drink. And people give me this look, and they say, I've never heard that before.
It's not a common one.
It's apparently you're supposed to mix vodka with Sprite, which I don't understand.
Vodka and Sprite or vodka and orange juice, screwdriver. That's always a good pick me up in the morning, or put me down in the morning.
It's funny you say that because I really like whiskey and Red Bull. And Red Bull is usually in vodka.
What kind of whiskey do you? Which your go-to whiskey?
If
whatever's on the bottom shelf.
what I really like is like Jack Daniels, but what I usually get is like Evan Williams.
his little brother.
Yeah.
His little half brother.
Yeah. His
And-
illegitimate brother.
You just feel like you're killing yourself the whole time you're drinking that. I was like,
Have you ever tried?
You are killing yourself.
You ever had wild turkey or
Yeah.
or fighting cock?
Maker's Mark.
oh yeah,
That's like 103
Kentucky
proof.
Deluxe. I'm an
KD,
alcoholic. No. Yeah,
Dude,
I've had,
I'm a
like-
whiskey drinker. If I had the money, it would be Scotch all day long. But I don't have the money, so that's saved for special occasions.
Oh,
but
I just
my
remembered.
go-to is Jack.
My favorite beer is Leinenkugel's Berry Weiss.
Ah,
Yes.
Leinenkugel's.
Leinenkugel's
I
Yeah.
completely
very
forgot
good.
about Leinenkugel. That's my
Yeah,
that's my
that's
favorite
a
beer
good
You got a
actually.
good choice.
That is a good choice, man.
Do beers make you fart?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a good segue for our next segment. We do a BuzzFeed top list every now and then, and this
not
is,
necessarily always from BuzzFeed, but yes,
well, we do lists. We like lists. I think people like lists. We like to count things down, and I found an interesting list: the top 19 places to fart in public.
Got me
In a radio
wondering.
booth should be one, right?
No,
We're not in
not-
public. No.
We should
Yeah,
eat
not
some.
with
We should have
us.
some beans. Let's eat some beans.
And ironically, and I know you guys as All Stars never got to experience this, but our food that they give us, there's always a bean hole. There's always one pan
man,
full of
yeah.
some sort of bean, and it's crazy because they need to know that we all work together in close quarters.
Yeah.
and they're
What
feeding us
would
beans.
be funny is I would get like a solo cup and just fill it up with beans and not even eat it off the plate. I would have like 2 cups of beans.
That's awesome.
I
Yeah,
love
but
beans.
that's why we made him work camera.
All right, so
I like to eat my cereal like that.
with,
With beans.
No, out of a cup. Like
Oh man,
I'm
I
just
was about to
snacking.
say that. I might have to try that, but no.
Okay. These areas must either be loud to disguise any noise you might be making or have heavily scented air to mask the smell. Places with both qualities rank higher in the list. Each selection is scored by existing ambient noise out of 5 and existing ambient smell out of 5.
I'm predicting an elevator is not on there.
I hope not. Number 19. We're going to go from 19 to 1. 19 is McDonald's.
Yeah.
I can see it. And it just trust me on this one. It's
There's kids playing. It was like crying babies, and that hide your fart.
yeah, I like a 20-piece
Isn't all their food made out of poop anyways?
probably.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it tastes like it.
Number 18 is Michael's Arts and Crafts Stores, which is funny because Nick's girlfriend Casey used to work at a Michael's.
I wonder if she farted there.
I wonder.
No, girls don't fart.
Yeah, that's against the law.
Yeah, I forget.
Find a nice corner by the scrapbooking stuff.
Whatever. That's like the busiest part. You got to go like where the miniature train section is. Nobody's there.
Does Guy Ferrari have his own restaurant? Like,
I believe so.
because number 17 is Guy's American Kitchen and Bar. Some things just feel right. Plenty of people have had the donkey sauce. I've never even heard of Guy's American. Oh.
Oh, he farted.
Any 3D movie is number 16. I guess because you're really not in this world, you're kind of just like, I can see it.
I
can
don't know
feel
about
it.
that one. You go to plenty of
Well,
movies.
you got to base it off
really
of.
work?
You got to base it off of what
know.
existing ambient
I know, that's
noise
what I
and
said I did.
smell.
The
I mean, you got
popcorn
popcorn
smell,
smell. Yeah, I guess the 3D because you can't really see like the people
You
that are
can't
around
see
you.
the fart.
You can't see the fart. No.
It's too dark.
15. I don't think I've ever been to Macy's, but Macy's apparently
Oh,
they
that'd
have
be a good one.
They have a lot of cologne and perfume sections, so you can just go.
Yeah, you go through there and it'll burn your eyes.
Plenty of wide open spaces.
Yeah.
And
And clothes racks where you can just kind of butt up to.
but
I see what you did there. 14. I would not
farted.
know because I'm a man. A nail salon. I've only been to one nail salon. Okay,
No,
it was one time.
No, you walk by, open the door, stick your butt in there, fart, and run away. I can see you doing that too.
we're talking about
Who,
steel
me?
nails, right? Wait.
a nail salon.
Nail.
No, I know, it's a
no. I get it.
Poorly delivered joke. But
Yeah.
yeah, bet all that chemical paint and stuff.
That and they have that like those little like foot tubs where they put your feet in. I don't know.
So you can disguise it as one of the bubbles.
Those other chairs they used to put you in, and you're like, ooh. I ate a lot of fruit. I had a lot of beans.
Gross.
13, I would never know because I'll probably, hopefully, never have to ever walk in this place ever in my life ever. Victoria's Secret.
Oh, wait till you got a girl, dude. Then you'll be in
man.
there. There's plenty of guys in
Well,
there
I
standing
don't wanna
there
go
holding the bag while
That's like-
the woman's picking up thongs.
I
and,
picture them just chilling outside.
no, dude, I've been. I know. Lyra's taking me in there plenty of times. Ain't that right, Lyra? I've
Not
gone
that I
in
would
there.
like ever be in there, but that's probably the last place I'd want to fart. Because I feel like,
Like, you might dirty up your thong.
yeah, yeah.
This one makes a lot of sense, and I could totally see myself doing this.
and for the same reasons, I think the prior one would be acceptable.
Bath and Body Works.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
the
what I
scent,
was-
like
I mean, I like Bath and
you
Body
could probably
Works.
take
Yeah.
you could probably take a dump and nobody would smell it in there because there's
They could
so
see it and be like,
much scented
it
stuff.
smells like berries. Bath and Body Works. That's where I get my mom all her.
Is that a new lotion on there? Brown?
Let's go
Oh,
do
God.
it in the
Oh,
campfire
this is a
candle.
this is a good one for 11. A Cinnabon.
Ooh.
Ooh, I guess I smell cinnamon rolls. Oh, I don't. I don't smell cinnamon. Ooh, that's not cinnamon rolls.
I'm just imagining the sweet smell of cinnamon mixed with like.
I know
fart a
that I
little
did
bit.
too. It
Look at
kind
that
of.
picture of that beautiful
kinda-
cinnamon roll.
I was
right
looking
there.
at that. I was looking at the cinnamon roll, and I'm like, dude, I don't know about that one.
Hey,
It
there's our-
definitely looks
there's
like
our
a
friend.
steamer.
There's our
Yeah.
friend right there who's always at the bar.
Yep, huh?
Staten Island Ferry.
Yeah, because the what is it? The Hudson and all that smells like a fart.
It says Rose will have no idea. They're mentioning Rose from Titanic.
There's a picture of Rose.
Yeah.
Make sure we post a link.
Yeah, they have a little cool. What's it pronounced? GIFs. GIFs.
Yeah, the little
Miffs,
gifs or
gifs.
gifs. or
GIF
something.
gifs.
GIF GIFs.
Doge.
Yeah.
What?
Dairy Boy buys his underwear at Victoria's Secret.
Does he?
That's what he
Whoa.
said.
It makes a lot of sense now.
That
Nine.
That explains your attraction to
Maximum.
him.
Number 9 is probably the ultimate place to do it. Fish market.
Yep.
Dude, we need to have Dairy Boy call in one of these days.
Dairy boy.
That'll be fun.
We're never even going to say his real
Exactly.
name.
It's just Dairy Boy. I'll bleep him out if he tries to say his
He'd
own
be like,
name.
my name's not Dairy Boy, it's beep.
Yeah.
Number 8, I could see some people doing this, I guess, at a NASCAR race.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, because it's loud.
Loud, yeah. You can't smell when it's loud.
You can't smell it because
When there's loud noises, you can't smell.
It's too loud. I can't smell anything. Ah.
Loud noises.
Hey, son, turn that music down. I can't smell my fart.
It's like when
Man.
you're driving down, and I mentioned this earlier this week. It's like when you're trying to find somebody's house and you have your music up really loud, and you have to turn it down so you can see. You're like, I can't see. I can't see. Let me turn my music down. Ooh. My mom's always like, turn the music down. I can't see. What is a Sephora? I've never heard of Sephora.
Sephora isn't that a store?
It sounds and smells like a fashion runway in here. I don't know what Sephora is.
Sounds super fancy. I bet it just smells like flowers.
This must be for the girls.
Damn you.
We gotta look at our list better next time.
Oh, this is the. Oh, wow. This is a good one. Everybody's going to like this one, except for the Beliebers out there. Number 6 is Anywhere Near Justin Bieber.
Yeah, because he's already. That's all he does is spew.
Because, you know, he invented that genre, crap,
Yep.
country rap,
He's the founder.
and it smells.
I
What?
think he just farted in a microphone, and that's how it started, right?
That was his.
Baby.
That was his first hit.
Yeah.
Baby. Oh, excuse me one more time.
No, but I like some Justin Bieber songs.
What? What'd you just say?
Nothing. What?
This one, I just don't understand. Number 5, a Civil War reenactment.
Well, it's loud because of the cannons. So everybody has to fart at once because it's very silent.
But
in
how
between
many Civil
the
War
cannons.
reenactments are you going to? Oh, you know, I can't hang out on Saturday, guys. I got to go down to Gettysburg for the, annual Gettysburg Civil War reenactment. I'm on the South this week. Yeah.
We're gonna win this time.
The South will rise.
It must have just smelled like fart back then, and that's why it's acceptable to.
The headline for it goes, convenient if you're into this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Hollister is for
I've never been in a Hollister.
I refuse to walk in Hollister. I refuse to walk in American Eagle. I refuse to walk into all those places.
I know somebody that worked at a Hollister, and he's every time, I don't know. I swear, he if you even asked him if he was gay or something, he would get mad because he said so many guys hit on him when he worked there.
Nick used to work at Aeropostale in Shawnee, at the Shawnee Mall.
Yeah.
And, like, we'd go out to lunch and stuff, but I would never walk in the store. I'd have to talk to him from outside the store because I had this strong vendetta. I do not like those kind of stores.
Ironically, Dairy Boy used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings next to the mall.
Did he really now?
Yeah. In Shawnee.
Do you know? I don't remember. There's a guy on the wire. He has a show dedicated to fish.
Might have been the other one.
There's a guy here. I don't remember his name. He's got a show. His radio show is dedicated to band Fish. And number 3 is a Fish concert.
Yeah. Everyone's already
Loud
smelly.
music plus. What is that word? Patchouli? Is that peyote?
I think that's the singer's
That's
last
a
name.
yeah. That's a
Loud music, patchouli, pot smoke, dancing equals perfect spot.
that's the singer's last name.
I like that face.
He's like, oh,
It looks like he's farting.
he's That's probably what they did it for. Number 2, Coachella, or any music festival if you think about it.
Yep.
No one's ever gonna
Definitely.
ask you, what is this appeal with the unicorn masks? You see it a lot now. Like,
It started out with the horse masks, and then they added the horn, and
you see a lot of musicians.
I've seen the horse at a Red Hawks game before,
I've seen this.
just sitting in the audience.
People were wearing this at like Mystic Sanctuary.
You know what's blowing up? The baby masks. Have you seen them? The crying baby.
man.
Oh, dude, they're scary because they're like human. I mean, it's you're gonna Google that.
I don't want to. Don't tell me what I can and can't Google. I don't.
He
wanna
looks
do
like a half centaur, except like backwards.
We are. We're all half centaur, man.
That's true. He looks like a backwards centaur. I mean, a full centaur, just reverse
So the face of a horse, the body of a.
of a
Oh,
man.
I guess that makes kind of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we are totally all half centaur.
We are all half.
Clever.
That could be our band name, Half Centaur.
That'd be a sweet band.
Number 1. Probably the worst place.
I would take a dump there. There's no need to even.
We should go there after this and just take a poop in all the clothes racks or something.
The place that I'm about to say. The place what we're about to say is this place. I don't like it. Abercrombie and Fitch. Ugh. Ugh. It smells like expensive for no reason in here.
It smells like overpriced. What is it, boys? Small T-shirts.
You could just fart in there and the environment would forget about it because it's so strong of the clone. Clones.
The governor. Yeah. Köln. Cologne comes from the German city of Köln, which is in Germany, because it's a German city. Isn't that funny?
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's it? Wait, how do you?
Köln. K-O-L-N. I think there's an umlaut over the O. I forget. It's funny because I have German class right after my radio show.
Whoa. Man,
But yeah, man.
I had no idea.
We are reaching our ending point for the show today. We only had like 5 minutes. Travis, it was super awesome to have you on the show today.
Yes. Thank you guys very much for having me.
Oh, man, it was a blast.
It's been
We
good.
talked about music. We talked about Adidesi Shank. They're not from
And we
England,
actually
they're
got
from
2
Ireland.
ditties out of you. We got a cool news one, and then an even cooler
Beer of the week.
Beer of the week, man.
Yes.
So, yeah, man. Hopefully you don't got a parking ticket. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah. Well, see, it's only been like an hour. We'd have how big of a?
I mean, if you paid $2 on the parking meters, and it's been 2 hours, by the way. You've been here for over 2 hours. Yeah.
We could have sent you out every time with a quarter and put it in there. That would have.
We gotta park.
It'll be fine.
We gotta put him right next to here, and then just give him a quarter every now and then. But yeah,
I thought about that.
it's great having you on the show, Travis. Hopefully, we'll have maybe you guys and the whole Trash Pops group
That would be
sometime in the
awesome.
near future.